Hey, hey, hey. An 18-year-old girl in this country, legally allowed to make her own decisions, do everything she pleases as an adult can strip down naked and portray her body for money to men that are much older than her and be completely objectified by these older men. But at the same time, she's not trusted enough or old enough to buy herself a beer legally. This is just one part of the argument of why the age of which one person may purchase a drink should be the exact same age of when they become an adult, 18. Because if we live in a reality where this is true, we'd see that we'd have a much healthier relationship with alcohol overall. There'd be much more safer drinking environments for younger people. And finally, we'd be much more ethically sound. Because as it stands right now, our current form of drinking laws is age discrimination. Now, alcohol can be toxic. But the moment that it becomes toxic depends entirely on how the relationship with alcohol is established. And currently, with our 21 age law, we are setting our young adults up to have a toxic relationship with alcohol. Now, those against this can point to a couple facts. One that can be seen on the site Eureka, where they showed data showing that when the drinking age was established, it changed the drinking patterns of those who it affected. That's to say that those who were not able to drink from the ages of 18 and 21, later on in their life, they had different drinking patterns than those who could. Okay? But what this is it establishes a black and white relationship with alcohol. It's either demonize or completely abuse. And this is an extremely unhealthy relationship. There's a lot more of a nuanced relationship that we can have with alcohol where we can respect it but not become abused by it. Now, a good similarity is sex. Sex can be really good. It's a beautiful thing in the world, but it can be completely unhealthy. And we can look towards sex education, an example of how we should treat our alcohol consumption. That is to say that if we had more comprehensive alcohol education, such as sex education, we would find that the dangers would decrease. As it's seen on an article from the website of the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, countless studies have proven how successful a comprehensive sexual education was into lowering the risky sexual behaviors and the spread of STDs. So there's no reason why it should not be exactly the same with alcohol. This would also decrease the taboo of drinking, making it so it's less of a hidden thing when people do drink, which in turn would make it safer. Because as it stands right now, with our current 21 age law, it is extremely unsafe for young adults. Now, the CDC would point out that once the 20 age law was implemented, it meant a decrease in overall drinking from the ages of 18 and 21, which they point out is a good thing. And yes, that can be seen as a good thing. But it's not just drinking that is the problem. That's not where the real danger comes from. The real danger comes from binge drinking. And binge drinking can be described as when a person drinks 5 or more drinks of alcohol. And this is exactly when dangerous behaviors can occur or really serious health issues. And now, instead of becoming a culture of moderate drinking, we seem to be having an increasing amount of binge drinking, as an article from CBS points out. Binge drinking has been on the rise for years now. And when interviewing a psychologist by the name of Dr. Steinberg, he explained that the reasons that binge drinking occurs, especially amongst those under 21, is because of the unregulated environments that they're in. Now, what is unregulated environments? These are environments where, unlike bars, where you can be cut off when they see that you're too drunk, no one is there to hold you accountable. You can keep over drinking. In fact, in most young people, it's encouraged to overdrink because they don't know when's the next time they're going to be able to drink like that. So it in fact increases the incentive to binge drink. Now, no matter what the drinking environment is, there are risks when it comes to drinking. But what right do we have to bar legal adults from making those decisions? Because at the age of 18, young adults can take out loans, join the military, strip completely naked, but cannot buy themselves a beer. And there is no reason for that. Because no matter the health risk, as Vox would point out, there is very much health risk that associated with lowering the drinking age, as no matter what, when you drink at a lower age, there's gonna be effects to it, as they point out when comparing our country to countries like the UK. But that shouldn't negate the fact that if we educate our young adults, they should be able to make these decisions, because they can make much worse decisions than drinking. In fact, they can take out loans that could leave them in debt for the rest of their life. Forbes has pointed out that currently young adults owe $1 trillion in debt in America. That is a lot of money, and we expect young adults to make those decisions but not buy themselves a beer. It's unethical. In fact, they can die for this country and not buy themselves a beer. Exemplified in an ABC article where they tell the story of a young Kyle Gilbert, a 20-year-old soldier who was shipped out of Iraq and died. And before he was able to ship out, he couldn't even share a drink with his buddies. This is one of the greatest forms of age discrimination. They can take out loans, die for this country, but not buy themselves a beer. And so we can add the complete lack of ethics to this archaic law. There's absolutely no reason for it to be held when we have proper education, so our young people could drink responsibly, when it would mean no secret drinking that increases our binge drinking epidemic, and when people can be sent off to war to die but not buy themselves a beer. There should be no situation like Kyle's. I am no proponent of alcohol. I'm a proponent of educated decision making. And while there are dangers associated with alcohol, we as a society should not bar our young adults from making those decisions, instead helping them and informing them to make them responsibly. Thank you very much.